So WrestleMania Night 1 is a couple hours away and I can't wait for the event, and I believe it's going to be like a roller coaster of a ride, and I'm going to be talking about my predictions in this video and everything. But before I talk about my predictions, essentially, we need to try to raise awareness for the people behind the watermelon basically. Obviously you know what I'm talking about and everybody else knows what I'm talking about, and it's sad to see what's happening to our brothers and sisters there. And yeah, just try raise awareness for them and just try keep them happy and everything, and try support them and everything. But yeah, let's get back to the video. So let's go. So for match 1 we have Naomi versus Jade Cargill, and this has been an amazing build up for me personally, because just to see Naomi's heel side, to see like she's not all about the glow character, because that's what she's known for, and her heel character is amazing. It's fantastic because it's raw, it's like real. And Jade Cargill as well, like she's like raw and real as well, and she's a badass as well. And I think this is going to be an amazing match basically. Like imagine last year these two teamed up and everything, now they're facing each other, and I believe it's going to be an amazing match and everything. And I think Jade Cargill is going to win, because I think WWE is going to start building on her as a future women's world champion. But yeah, so overall winner, Jade Cargill wins against Naomi. So let's go with the second match. Let's go. So for our next match we have El Grande Americano, I did have an accent, versus Rey Mysterio. I did have an accent as well, but I think that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. But I think this has been such a wacky but fun build up, because obviously Rey Mysterio is an OG, he's a veteran, he's a legend, Hall of Famer as well. And the character of El Grande Americano, which we know is not Chad Gable, is just amazing, because like he has all these years of wrestling history. He was like a champ in Mexico, and yeah, like I think this can be such a fun match. And I know that Chad Gable is going to get involved, but he is not El Grande Americano. Repeat, he is not El Grande Americano. But I think El Grande Americano is actually Kurt Angle, because he's got the statue of Kurt Angle, and yeah, like it'll be fun, like while he unmasks it and everything, it'll show that it's Kurt and everything, and Kurt and Ray has that history. And I think this is going to be like such a fun match, because LWO is going to get involved, American May is going to get involved as well. And I think overall winner here is going to be El Grande Americano. So that's your overall winner. So next match, so let's go. So for the next match we have the Raw Raiders, Eric and Ivar versus the New Day, which is Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. And there was no build up for this match essentially. Literally, like I think they haven't teased any segments from what I know, but I think this match is gonna have a WrestleMania moment where I can see Big E come in and like make his return and everything, shows that he's clear to wrestle, and then obviously just take on the New Day. But winner wise, I can see both. I can see Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods become new Raw Tag Team Champions. But at the same time, I can see Raw Raiders retain as well. But it's one of them ones. So, but overall, I can see like Xavier and Kofi Kingston win the match. Then after the match, we get like Big E make his triumphant return. So, for the sake of like the WrestleMania and everything, overall winners, the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are your new Tag Team Champions. So let's go with our second match, with our next match. Not second, because we already did second. Our next match. So let's go. So with our next match, it's for the United States Championship, and we have the Samoan Werewolf Jacob R2 versus LA Knight, yeah. And it's for the United States Championship, as I said, and I hope LA Knight doesn't get buried in this match. Like I hope it's not a squash match and everything. I hope these guys actually have a good chemistry in the ring, because both of them are indie wrestlers and everything, and they do have them years of experiences. And I can see this, like if given enough time, I can see this be an amazing match, an underrated match, because both are literally like badasses in the ring. LA Knight is really good in the ring, and he builds a story in the match. And Jake Fatu, yeah, like with his size, yeah, it's just unreal to see what he does. Especially like if you look at his MLW days, it was like you can't believe, it's unbelievable basically. But I can see Solo and Tama getting interference within a match where they possibly turn on Jacob or something. But I can see Jacob winning. I think that's what like the vision is. So overall winner is, I'd say Jacob R2, but I think we should get LA Knight become like a wrestling that's like the high card now, like with like Cody's and like the Cenas and Ortons. So overall winner, Jacob Fatu. So let's go with our next match. So our next match is for the Women's Championship, the SmackDown one, and it's Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. And the build has kind of been weird, like it's been more personal, unlike other like Mania matches for like Women's Championship. Like this has been very like heated. Like I'm not sure if there's like backstage heat between like Charlotte and Tiffany, but I hope if they do work well together in the ring, it'll be an amazing match. And I can see these two like just killing it in the ring. And I can see it go both ways, like winning wise. Because like if Tiffany wins, she kind of solidifies herself as like the face of the SmackDown brand essentially, and of the women's division in WWE. And if Charlotte wins, like they can probably do the redemption arc for Tiffany Stratton and probably get her over. But for the sake of WrestleMania, again, I think Charlotte Flair should win. So your new WWE SmackDown's Women's Champion is Charlotte Flair. So let's go with our next match. So our next match is the Ring General, the champion, world champion, Gunther versus Jey Uso. And whenever Gunther's in a match, you know, yeah, he's gonna elevate his opponent. He's gonna bring the best out of his opponent. And I think this could probably be the show steal of the night, honestly, because Gunther is such an amazing wrestler. Like when you think of like professional wrestling wise and professional wrestlers, like the best wrestlers in the world globally, Gunther is in that list. Like he's in the list of, for me personally, with like the Okadas, the Omegas, the Ospreys, and Gunther has to be on that list. And he's just amazing as well. And Jey Uso, he has gotten so much over, like even win the Royal Rumble. And I think this is Jay's time to win. And I think this could probably solidify Jay into a much bigger main eventer. It's not just the name now, it's just him becoming a main eventer and a face of Raw as well. So, and the build has been amazing to it, where like Gunther's attacked Jimmy and everything. But I think the ending is going to be an interference with Jimmy, where Jimmy like probably super kicks Gunther or something, and his like Ludwig Kaiser like super kicks him as well. And yeah, like I think it's going to be actual interference that if Jay wins. But overall winner, your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, is Jey Uso. Yeet! So we have our main event. CM Punk finally gets his main event. And it's CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus OTC Roman Reigns. And the build has been fantastic. Like, everybody has their part and everything. Paul Heyman has his part. Paul Heyman's going to be accompanying CM Punk to the ring. And this is going to be very mysterious in terms of like Seth Rollins, because I can see two outcomes of this match. I can see either like CM Punk finally winning and getting his main event, but I can see Seth like obviously like the most answers which people are given are that Paul Heyman is going to turn on both Punk and Reigns and then join Seth. But if that does happen, then that is going to carry on in the next night, tomorrow's main event, because I think the story still carries on basically. And I think that faction whatever is going to happen with like people, it's just words going around, rumors basically, of like Punk, Rock and Cena and Paul Heyman as well in a faction. But I'm not sure if that's the plan. But if that's the case, if Seth does win, it is definitely going to go to tomorrow's main event. I can see that happening. But the match overall is going to be wild. Literally, like CM Punk here, it's his first main event, and obviously he's going to go crazy. He's not going to go like doing a normal match. He's going to put on a 5-star classic. That's what Punk does. And Seth's going to do the same as well, because Seth is such a hard worker as well. And Roman Reigns, I think it might it's his 10th main event of WrestleMania, which is crazy, and which is a new milestone as well. And yeah, like I can see this go anyways, but I can't see Reigns winning. That's one thing I can't see. I think Reigns is just there for the main event. But yeah, and another thing as well is that I believe 3 of these are going to be involved in tomorrow's main event, 100%. But for me, overall winner, I'd say Seth Rollins. I think give Seth Rollins it, because it's a good storyline and everything. So overall winner of your main event, Seth Rollins. But yeah, what's your thoughts on like who should win WrestleMania and everything, and like the matches and everything? And I hope you guys enjoyed the video and try to share the watermelon and spread the message of love and peace everywhere. Take great care, guys. Booyah!